So this is the next stage.
Wait!
If you're asking for a date, forget it. Because I make it a point not to go out with women who shoot me in the head.
Date a demon? I'm not that desperate. Besides, I really don't care for guys who stink like blood.
You're right. So, tell me, what's your name?
I don't have a name.
Okay, then what should I call you?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever, lady. I'll leave this to you, because I don't want to miss the party.
Who counted on you anyway?
And welcome back to part 5 of Devil May Cry 3. Today we're re-entering the tower. We're going to do a bit of Royal Guard practice, but we're going to reclimb it to try and find Virgil a second time to try and stop him a second time. Especially now he's got our amulet that we need to get back. The mission 8 symbol from last part, if you're looking for the number, when Dante went to pick up his sword at the start of the mission, it's in the moon. Like, the camera will zoom out and you'll see the moon in the background, and there's an 8 dented on it. The 9, right at the end of that cutscene that you just saw, there's a point where Lady goes to reload and she drops a spare shell on the ground, or one of the shells and whacks another one, and on the bottom of the bullet it will say 9mm Lucia. The 9 being the mission number, Lucia being a nice little Easter egg reference to DMC2. Also, I will be using Agni and Rudra for this mission to show it off. I didn't show it off last mission because we needed Cerberus for the combat educator, which is the name of the things you have to beat up, where you have to get your style rating to a certain level before it will smash and give you the fragment. And then we enter, we get this little webbed introduction to a new group of enemies. These small ones aren't too bad. The big ones we get later on, I don't enjoy fighting them. But these guys are not too painful. All you gotta be wary of is that every so often they will counter you. Like, you'll attack them and they will put their front claws directly in their face and you'll bounce off. But it's time that I learned a little bit more Royal Guard, and so I'm going to try and Royal Guard through this part. God knows how it'll work. How it'll work out, I mean, but we'll see. Oh, I got it. I think I did. If you're ever so slightly off, it'll still give it to you, but you'll take a bit of damage. Ah, I want to see how long I can keep that up. Oh, well, I'll take that. If you level up Royal Guard, you can get it so you can go up to a level 2 charge, which does even more damage, and eventually level 3 charge, where if you max that out, yeah, you're going to be delivering a lot of pain. And I'm going to use DT a little. The only problem with DT is that if you try and use Royal Guard when you're in Devil Trigger, you don't notice as easily if you got it or not, shall we say, because you might not get stunned by it, you might just take it. I got it there. I don't think I got it there, I think I took the damage. Agni and Rudra is another weapon you can get air hike for though, which is quite nice. So if you want to use air hike but you don't want rebellion, you want to mix it up a little bit, you can use this. But anyway, in the next room is probably the most frustrating blue orb fragment to get, and it's the only one I usually forget about, but because it gives me so much trouble, I remember it. And the easiest way to get it is to have tricks to level 2. We don't have tricks to level 2, so we got to do this the long way of just trial and error. It's in that gap there. Oh. I took my headset off because I assumed I wasn't going to get it, like for a good while. So I took my headset off just so I could concentrate on getting it, because this headset does weigh on my head quite a bit. Oops. I used Gunslinger so I could use Rainstorm to help boost myself a little bit as well. So if you're struggling to get up there without Tricks level 2, and you really want to get it now like I did, just keep on abusing it until you get that lucky jump like I just did. But there's a light puzzle over here. You just got to destroy the right ones to make the path to the end. The first one's kind of easy. The second one's a little bit tougher, but it's something that's the same every time. There's a secret mission one of them, though. That one's not so fun, because that one's a randomized puzzle each time, and sometimes you just get a really bad puzzle. Like one that you just look at and you go, what the feck? How am I supposed to deal with this? Also, this room sucks. This entire area sucks, because there's just so many of these guys here, you're gonna get hit a couple times if you try and go through it normally. Also, you can't free ride off those guys, which is weird. Like, I just went to try, but apparently you can't. It's only the Reapers that get to suffer that fate. I mean, I think like it should work. Any enemy that can have like a hard knockdown state, I should be able to jump on. This is relevant for later, so remember that for a bit. I'll tell you what, I really am surprised I got that fragment as quickly as I did. I'm usually at it for like 20 minutes. I wanted to see. I know you can Royal Guard like pretty much everything in this game and in 4, so I want to see if I can do it. Yeah, you can. I kind of spammed it just to test that I can actually do it off ranged attacks. Because you can use it as the ultimate weapon against bosses if you absolutely master it. You don't have to fight this room. This room's optional, but ow, I might anyway. God, I haven't used Agni Rudra in years. When I was a kid, when I first went through this game, I had Agni Rudra on as like my main weapon. It's all I ever bloody use. It's just such a good effective weapon. But as I got older, and let's just say learnt the brilliance of some of the other weapons, like Cerberus, like 2 of the other weapons we're going to get later on, I just kind of don't go back to it. Like, it's still good, and if it makes it into DMC 5, because we know Cerberus is coming back in 5, that makes it into it, I'll happily use it again. But I'm just so used to, you know, the other weapons now, because they're just so good once you know how to use them. Ah, fuck, this room's annoying because of the stupid, like, spinny belt things here. The only time, the only time traps like these don't bother me is when it's a Tomb Raider game. This isn't Tomb Raider. To be fair, that is like a background dream Let's Play. Like, 3 games I really want to Let's Play, but I really don't know if I ever will be able to, because I don't know how Square Enix are planning to handle the future of the series, is the Legend trilogy Tomb Raiders. Which is Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, and Tomb Raider Underworld. Because all of them I enjoy and hold very close to my heart. Don't get me wrong, I say that, Underworld thoroughly pisses me off for every single second, but I still enjoy it, sort of thing, and I'd still want to show it. But I would also take the opportunity to highlight how it's not the best Tomb Raider of the 3, like a lot of people like to think it is. It's a glitchy pile of shit. It's just really fun anyway. A lot of people overlook just how damn glitchy Underworld really is. Like, it's held together like toothpicks, but it's just so fun anyway that most people overlook it, which is fair enough, because I can understand that. Also, these ones are now shooting the red lasers that do a shit ton more damage and will hard knock you down. Let's see, it's like a shotgun blast. They will not hard knock you. It doesn't care. If you see the red one, do everything in your ability to stun them now or jump around like a maniac, because they are not worth your hassle. In hindsight, I could have got myself a new gun now, but this door's closer, so I thought I'd do this now. I should have really got it, just so it makes the next section easier. Because they start introducing the version of those enemies that have the red lasers around the same time you can get the weapon to deal with it. So you only, theoretically, would only have to deal with one instance, which is in the room we just did. Not the room like just we did, like the one that I mentioned earlier that I said was a pain in the ass. And that's it. So you only have one room of dealing with the shit, and then it gives you a way of dealing with it, which is how it should be. So you understand the threat, and then you get the way of understanding how to deal with it. I think my Royal Guard, my release was missing then, because the enemy was like on the ground. Like, I think it just completely missed them every time. Is this where the big one's introduced? No, doesn't look like it. I wonder when the big one's introduced. I can't remember. Ah, I was way too late on that one. Royal Guard practice. I am terrible. Oh, I got it. Didn't get that one though. Well, in mission 1 I did all right, and I think I kind of because I wanted to show off as many styles as I can anyway. I want to show them off as equally-ish as I can. Like, some will get preference over others anyway. Swordmaster and Trickster will easily get used the most. But I want to try and use Royal a little bit, and I know how quickly I kind of abandoned it after decently doing it in Mission 1. That's your main combo you'll probably find yourself using with Agni and Rudra. These two respawn every time you exit or enter though, so be wary of that. And because you move faster, don't be afraid to use Devil Trigger. It's there to be abused, so use it. Also, Agni and Rudra also have their own form of the Devil Trigger. Like I said, every Devil Arm makes Dante's Devil Trigger have a slightly different design, which is a very cool attention to detail, but it's what they decided to do. But we've got a boss coming up, so I'm going to swap to what I'm more comfortable with before we move on. Yeah, sure, I'll restock it. Every time you buy an upgrade, or get an upgrade for your health, or buy an upgrade for your Devil Trigger, it will get a full restore with it. They're not like some games where it doesn't fill up at all, or only fills up how much you've given it. No, you'll get a full restock. This is the weapon I was on about, by the way. This is Spiral, the best gun in the game. Just putting it out there. I say that, like, the Artemis is an extremely powerful combo weapon and is the best weapon to use as a pro, but if you're not an absolute pro at this game, Spiral is your friend. Spiral can cause hard knockdowns on enemies, it does good damage, so it's an effective ranged weapon, and you can weapon cancel it, or recoil cancel, so you can shoot it faster. Doing that, how to do it, it's the same with another weapon you'll get later on that I won't spoil. When you shoot, immediately swap to your gun that doesn't have a recoil property. So Ebony and Ivory, essentially. Then immediately shoot with Ebony and Ivory and swap back to Spiral, shoot again. If you keep up the pace and do it quick enough, you'll have that flow. Anyway, there's a secret mission over here if you tap the red crystal, and it's just destroy everything in this room. I usually get it in 2, so we'll see how this goes. Because it's the bottles here that are a bit annoying. Yeah, it's a little bit finicky. If you miss one, it might be too late by the time you get back to it. And there's a 2 on the... I'm not going to make it. Oh, I was in mid-swing. You could have given me that. Look. Fuckers. Well, we'll get it this time then. The picture for it shows him using the shotgun, like, spinning on the spot, but I don't think that really works. It's too inconsistent and too not precise. I don't think it's a consistent way of working. Just bring Trusty Rebellion and crack on. The only time the shotgun spin around will work is when you're actually behind the bar here, because there's a lot of, like, loose bottles around that you might catch with it. Alright, so that jukebox and get the DMC1 music to play again. Right, let's move back here. There we go. So yes, it's a pretty easy secret mission. It doesn't involve any enemies, it's just blow up everything in the room. Get a fragment. We're doing really well, I think. With, like, I said the only one we've missed is the secret mission I deliberately avoided because I don't see how we could consistently do it. Like, if there's a way I can do it consistently, then I'd do it to show you how it can be done. But with what we've got, I don't see how it's possible. Also, because I used Gunslinger a lot on my first playthrough, that's partly the reason why I used Agni and Rudra, because Agni and Rudra is the only way you're attacking in the air well. Because if you use Rebellion, you just do the Helmbreaker. Spiral's also the only gun I'm going to be prioritising getting to level 3, because you can level up your guns, which usually increases fire rate and ups damage, that sort of thing. Like, with a couple exceptions, like the shotgun I think adds slightly more pellets to it as well. So you get more of a, like, a spur of pellets, or bullets when you shoot. I do like the shatter effect the enemies get when you kill them in this game. Well, I know it was just making the most of the technology at the time, because this was a relatively late PlayStation 2 game when it came out. It was 2005 was base DMC3 and 2006 was Special Edition, which is what this is. This is HD. This is what came out in March 2018, part of the PS4 HD collection. But we got a new boss fight.
Welcome, sir. Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it is. You'll be nice to me, won't you?
Of course I will. I'll treat you so nicely. You'll never want to leave.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Then, come on, sugar.
I'm gonna level with you. Neven's boss fight is kind of boring. It takes a very long time to get through. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we're here for like the next 7 or 8 minutes, because the weapon that's best to deal with her we don't have. We won't get for a little while yet. The main idea is you can't hurt her until her shield's broken. You can do it with any kind of damage done to her, but physical damage will do it a hell of a lot quicker than bullets. Bullets takes a small eternity to do it with, but you can eventually get there. You'll be there for a while. The main idea is that you got to break the shield, and when she breaks the shield, she'll be stunned, and you can hurt her for a brief period as a big orb of like darkness will circle her. When it's like really big, she will eventually recover, and you'll have like a split second to react and move out of the way. If you're caught in that orb, that you will get hurt a little bit. Don't worry, this isn't like orbs from Nightmare in the MC1. You're not going to get dragged elsewhere. It just hurts you. And also be aware of a spin attack. Like, she signals it, but if you still get caught in it by trying to be a bit overzealous, it'll hurt a lot because you'll probably get hit more than once. But yeah, look how much HP we've taken per time you've stunned her. And also, the more HP she loses, the more attacks that will get added onto it as the boss fight develops. So, you know, standard stuff for any boss fight in any video game ever. Of boss progression. As the boss goes on, she'll shoot more bats at you. But you can also mitigate that slightly. The closer she is to losing the full dress, the less bats she'll be able to send at you. So keep that in mind when you're fighting her. So right now, she does it right now, there's a lot of bats coming our way. If she teleports to the opposite end of the arena, she's always going to do the ground AoE. You just need to jump over it when it comes, because it's a ground attack. So she's got to go to the opposite side, so she's always going to follow up with this AoE. If she's up on the stage, there's always a chance that she'll do this as well, where it's a grouped shockwave attack. If he says now you'll become tired, a very easy to dodge bolt of lightning will come down. But the reason why it's so easy to dodge is because if it hits you, it hurts like shit. Like, it's one of the most damaging attacks in the game a boss can throw at you, like a singular hit attack. If you're caught by it, you're really gonna feel it. She specifies all of her attacks by outright like giving a vocal quote beforehand. So you'll always know exactly what she's going to do just before she does it. Like, she's a little below half now, and we've been here for 3 minutes. I need to stack up my HP because it's going to start to get more annoying now. Like, I'm not afraid to use the odd item. If I feel like I'm using items too much, then I'll probably just restart the mission. But I'm using the odd 1 or 2, I don't mind. The only boss fight where I will be using items without even the slightest care is one boss fight in mission 19. So not for a long while, but people who've played the game already know exactly what boss fight I'm on about. And that boss fight, it just sucks. There's no other way around it. The boss fight just sucks. I like the idea of it, but it just doesn't work. I'd love to see him tackle the idea again, like maybe in DMC5, come on. But we'll see. Also, as much as I absolutely adore the Devil May Cry franchise, when 5 comes out, I won't be Let's Playing it straight away, because I'll want to know what I'm doing with it. I'll want to actually have a lot of experience of it. You won't be seeing a blind playthrough. You'll get the odd thing like I usually do with like most games I play, where if there's an odd moment that I find interesting, or an odd moment that I do that I think that was kind of cool sort of thing, I'll upload that. But an actual proper Let's Play of the full game, no, that won't happen at March. It'll probably be significantly later in the year when I've got a lot more experience with the game and know exactly what I'm doing, where to go to find blue orb fragments, how to do the secret missions, and can decently play each character. There we go. When she's at this low health, there's a chance that she'll by herself get rid of the dress and put herself into a forcible weakened state. That isn't a free ticket, it's a bait. If she does it, the only way you can get away with hurting her is shooting her or trying to jump cancel off her head through attacks, which is extremely difficult to do because it's so easy for her to just grab you. Oh, she did it. And I'm kind of stuck here, there's not much I can do. Mash every button when she does it and you'll be able to break her away. When you break her away, she will be stunned, but for be a lot shorter time than what she usually is, so be careful. I kind of got stuck there. It's a bait. If she catches you, she'll do a drain attack that'll constantly absorb your life as she, I guess, I don't know, does stuff to Dante. Like, she doesn't physically touch you, yet your HP drops like a rock. It's supposed to be that she's like seducing him, but it doesn't really look like it that way. Like, I know it's just PS2 graphics doing what they can do, but it really doesn't look that way. But if you can destroy the shield before she does it, you still get the full stun. You just have to be careful. But if you get close and then she teleports away and goes to do it, you just have to be wary of it. It's why I'm being a little overzealous now, because I want to try and get it before she takes the dress off herself. Oh, I didn't get it. And this is how she works. And then she'll just go away and she'll completely restore the bloody dress, which is probably the most annoying thing about it. All your hard work goes to shit. Like, if you're not getting absolutely nowhere close each time, don't feel afraid to just dodge everything until she does it and then shoot the shit out of her when she does. It's a very slow process, but it will work. Or if you've got Devil Trigger, it's a free escape. So if you've got Devil Trigger, let her catch you and then immediately tap Devil Trigger, which will knock her off and then allow you to combo into it. Oh, come on, she lost it. Give me that. Fuck, get back here. Piss off. She didn't even do anything. She literally just... This fight takes so fucking long. We've been at this fight for 6 minutes. Like, 5 minutes longer than it should. No boss fight should take this long in an action game. Unless it's like a deliberately multi-stage fight. But this is just the same thing for 6 minutes straight. This isn't fun. Alright, we got her. She'll die on this combo, but we got a cutscene.
My, you're sweet.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
All right, I'll help you. Your father was a handsome devil. But you're no slouch yourself.
Welcome back.
Anyway, next time on Devil May Cry 3, we'll be once again continuing our climb through the tower, but things are going to change very soon because as we work through our puzzle, we're going to discover some new information. But it's about as far as I can go with my teasing for that, so I'll see you guys next time. Take care now. Oh, and a B rank.